Welcome everyone to the 12th weekly devlog for SCP, Fragmented Minds. Please check the description and pinned comment to check out our Patreon, and follow our Kickstarter to get some sweet perks for supporting the game. Surviving in the facility that is filled with the most horrifying creatures in the world is not the most mentally healthy activity. And because of this, some personnel of the failed site evacuation that managed to survive banded together and began to start to lose their minds as a result of the constant pressure and horrors of living in such a hostile environment. This is the Savage Survivor Camp, and in it are many individuals who have lost their minds and resorted to cannibalism and worship of specific SCP entities that they have come across in the facility and otherwise believe are their gods. In this camp, you'll be regarded with some level of hostility, but will ultimately be tolerated as long as you serve this camp's needs and only their needs. You will be able to trade and restock supplies in this camp, as well as the other camps, but you will also be able to speak with the leader of this camp, which has their concept finished and will be shown shortly. It is the interaction with this camp leader that will decide how the camp treats you, and how they can help you in certain ways throughout the game. The interactions here can also have deep impacts on the main story of the game, so it is very wise to speak carefully and not do anything to ruin this relationship right off the bat, as this camp leader will have a very interesting personality. How and why this camp exists will be revealed as you play the game, and the horrifying events that drove many of the individuals to the brink of insanity will become known to you as you help them in their goals for the facility. It will be up to you to decide which camp you help, if any, and the Savage Survivor Camp is definitely going to be an interesting one for you to explore and engage with throughout the story. We know the facility will have the MR2 containment drones lurking around and potentially causing massive harm to you and SCPs, but in order to really make the facility feel alive and that it's actually against you, we added turrets that will be placed in special areas of the facility to help contain SCPs, and also defend against any entities who may be trespassing. In this video, we can see the turrets, which are currently using the drone model as a placeholder, successfully tracking and killing an SCP-3199 instance as it walks across their viewpoint. These turrets will prioritize SCPs over the player, which can be used to your advantage when it comes to potentially using them to heavily damage or even kill an SCP before you move in to take what you can off of it. You are also able to destroy these turrets, and they will drop rare parts that can be useful in crafting certain weapons and equipment. In these next two videos, we can see that turrets are able to be hacked to turn them onto your side, and effectively use them to engage other SCPs. This hacking sequence is going to be changed to add QuickTime events, and require a special piece of gear in order to make turret hacking possible. However, hacking a turret will become a very useful tactic throughout the game, since they have a large ammo capacity, and can be used to distract and even destroy other SCPs, which allows you to protect yourself against most threats in certain areas. Hacked turrets will also turn on other turrets that are attacking you, which makes them useful in distracting both SCPs and turrets, allowing you to slip away with minimal damage. These turrets are going to have their own model, with a facility variant and a deployable variant, which will both be very effective in killing SCP instances, and also doing damage to you if you're in their sights. However, both are able to be hacked, and will provide the potential to avoid combat, while your hacked turrets and drones do the heavy lifting until they are destroyed. Next week, we are looking to have a full-blown devlog posted which will explain the history of the game from the beginning to now, and will shed light on the story, and give some very critical background on the game that will help answer any questions you may have on the gameplay and story. We are also expecting to get our mocap suit in shortly, and will begin animating our SCPs and player model, while also creating some trailers featuring our SCPs. These trailers are going to announce and showcase the newest and most hostile enemy we have ever added, as well as have the new animations for our weapons and players. Early November, we are also launching a private demo to our patrons who donate $50 and above to help us bug test and give gameplay feedback. So if you are interested in bug testing with us, go ahead and donate on our Patreon. Patrons will also be getting a lot of cool behind-the-scenes content on how we do our mocap animations and also how we do level design. So if you're interested in that too, then now is definitely a fantastic time to sign up. I hope you enjoyed this devlog, and I will see you in our full devlog next week. Thank you all so much for watching,